One of the most common questions I get when I get people reaching out just like you, they say, hey, Rachel, we want to buy a house in Florida. We're moving there, but are we even going to be able to get insurance? And the short answer to that is yes, you can absolutely get insurance. If we as homeowners could not get insurance anymore, we'd be looking at a huge housing market crash right now because you have to have home insurance if you have a mortgage. We're not having fire sales, at least the majority of homes are not fire sales. And we're not in a housing crash, at least where we are in the Space Coast in Florida. So yes, people still have insurance. The biggest problem is that maybe someone that's lived here for 10 years or 20 years or owned their home for that long used to pay $600 for insurance, and now the insurance is $3,200. That is the issue, that insurance has become unaffordable to a lot of Florida homeowners. It's really a subjective matter of what you can afford and just understanding what to look for so that you can get a lower premium. So today I'm going to be going over the locations that are going to have a higher premium and the locations that are going to have a more affordable premium. I'm going to go over what to look for in a home that's going to help you with those insurance premiums. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments or reach out. I am a local real estate agent here in the Space Coast. I help people just like you every day move to the area. So my contact information is on the screen right here. Feel free to reach out if you have any further questions. So let's get into it. All right, let's talk about locations. If you're someone like me who needs to be close to the beach and you're okay with paying what we call a luxury tax, more higher insurance because you want to live near the beach, then Beachside or Merritt Island could work for you. I personally live in Merritt Island and our insurance rate is super affordable in my opinion. We pay $1,800 a year on the actual house. And then we do pay for flood insurance. We're not in a flood zone. We don't have to pay for flood insurance. I am just a nervous Nelly with that, so we pay for flood insurance. Flood insurance is $800 a year. I think that's totally reasonable. That's actually cheaper than what we used to pay in Rhode Island for our insurance premium. So for us, it's fine. However, the reason why ours is affordable is because of a few factors, which I'm gonna get into later. So let's go back to location. So you're gonna be looking at a premium if you're gonna be on the barrier island because you're surrounded by water. And so there's different factors that contribute to that. Again, I'm going to go over that in a little bit, but just know that if you want to live in Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral, Merritt Island, Satellite Beach, Indian Harbor Beach, India Atlantic, Melbourne Beach, then you're going to be looking at a premium for that. Now, those premiums can range anywhere from $1,800 like me. I've seen them as high as $10,000 for wood frame home, cast iron piping, a lot of contributing factors. But I would say on average for Satellite Beach home, that is, let's say 1,800 square feet, you're looking at just under $3,000 a year. So the average I would say is about $3,000 to $5,000 a year for insurance. They're building brand new homes in Satellite Beach. Those, the insurance rates are about $2,600 a year. So if you're listening to this, maybe you're coming from California or Colorado and you're used to all the high insurance from the fires going on there, then this could sound super reasonable. But if you're coming from somewhere like New Mexico, Pennsylvania, maybe, and you're used to super low insurance, then this could seem really high to you. So it's just important to understand if you want to live close to the water, you're going to pay a premium. Now, if you're okay with not living close to the water, you're still only anywhere from 15 minutes to a half hour away from the beach, then you're going to be looking at a lot lower premium because you're going to be away from any possible storm surge. So those areas are going to be anywhere west of US 1, and that's starting anywhere from up in Mims all the way down to Palm Bay. So Melbourne, Titusville, Cocoa, Rockledge, Vieira even, those are all pretty safer areas for lower premiums. Now let's talk about the contributing factors that, whether you're beachside or inland, are going to be the deciding factor on having a more affordable rate like I have or a higher rate. So let's use my house for example. So we have a 1978 home. It's an older home. Age does play a big factor on insurance. However, we have a block frame home. We have PVC piping. We have a roof that's less than 10 years old. It's 2016. And we have impact windows. We have clips. They're called clips. They basically are just extra strength for the roof to stay down if there is a strong wind. So basically, if we're looking at what's called a wind mitigation, and that is a form that's going to be filled out by your home inspector and it's going to be sent to the insurance company. They're going to be looking at age of home. This is actually also on the 4-point, so there's two forms, the 4-point and the wind mitigation. On one of these, it's going to have the age of home. It's going to have the type of piping, the type of construction, concrete block or wood frame. It's going to have whether all the windows are covered. So this deduction could either be impact windows or it could be shutter. So you don't have to have the impact windows to get this deduction. It's going to say whether all of the openings are covered or not covered. So you want all of the openings to have some sort of covering or protection for you to get this deduction. It's about a $500 deduction. And then also it's going to say whether your roof has some sort of reinforcement. So that could be clips, it can be wraps, double wraps, single wraps. If you have that, that helps a lot too. So really what you're looking for in a more affordable home insurance home is going to be a newer home. However, for me, mine's still 1970s and I think mine's affordable. So age is important, but not important at the same time. So with all of that, you're gonna be looking at a lot lower premium. If you love a home, let's say it's a 2005 home, it doesn't have the window protection, it has the PVC piping, maybe it has an older roof. You can absolutely still get insurance on it. It's gonna be at a premium. And then what you can do, if you have the funds, you can fix all of those items, you can add the protection, then you go back and have an inspector come out and say, hey, add all these things to the insurance reports of 4-point and wind mitigation, and then they will, and then you can go back to your insurance and they will readjust it with those credits. All right, that's all I've got for you today. I hope it's helped alleviate some stress when it comes to insurance in Florida. Please reach out if you have any further questions or would like to get started on your home search. My contact information is on the screen right here. My name is Rachel Langley with Blue Marlin Real Estate. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.